Welcome to a show where we talk about stuff that's not real. A show where we try to come away with points while we don't actually control them. This is Fantasy Picks, where we talk about BasketNews fantasy. Fantasy from the EuroLeague, where we collect players and we compete against each other each week. The first week, my colleague Katrina was victorious, but last week I won by a margin of less than 1 point. And now our score is tied 1-1.
I already hate this, to be honest. It's less than 1 point. I mean, there were guys that could score 1 point or do 1 assist or just not attempt any dumb shots, and I would be a winner again. So, sure. Congratulations.
So I scored 126.45 points, and you did?
I have 125.65.
Awesome. And why did you lose? I'm interested.
Do you even have to ask that? It's such a pain. I mean, it's such a struggle. Having Carsen Edwards in your team is honestly one of the worst things that could happen in EuroLeague fantasy. I mean, it's insane. He played 16 minutes, only 1 rebound, no point, no assist. He attempted 4 2-pointers and 3 shots from far, but he couldn't score any of them. I mean, it was so bad. It was disgusting, I would say. So, yeah. I mean, I think in terms of points, he did me a minus 12.1. Yeah.
And even if he's on the bench, he gets you minus 6.
Yeah, exactly. Just sit on the bench and get 0 and I would win. I mean, it's so bad. And even price-wise, it was his price reduced by 250K. I mean, this is ridiculous. The saddest part is that I could, if I would now sell him, it would be such a bad financial decision. So I just have to wait and, hope that one day, just one day, he will perform and then I can
and
throw
score
him away.
5 points.
At least something. Come on, just don't do a minus, 10. It's just ridiculous. So yeah, I'm pretty annoyed, as you can see. But overall, all of my trades from the last round were exceptional. So I couldn't be that mad at myself. I can be mad at Carsen Edwards. So
now Carsen Edwards averages minus 8 or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, he averages 1 PIR point in the German league in 2 games. So he hasn't had that good of a EuroLeague start with Bayern Munich. And we actually had a comment on Twitter from a Nick called Chindlem. Oh no, a fat guy from BasketNews was saying that Carsen will be the Alfonso Ford winner this year. Also, he is the MVP caliber player. Obviously, he knows EuroLeague better than Nitudis, just like Fener fans.
This is ridiculous. I don't want to talk about Carsen Edwards anymore, to be honest.
I want to redeem myself. I am a fat guy. I did not recommend having Carsen Edwards. That's on our bonus side. So address them. We are better than that.
I'm not, apparently.
You're not.
I mean, we will wait it out. I will wait it out. And the first time he does decent enough, he's just is kicked out of my team. So, yeah.
So how are you going to improve your team without selling Carsen Edwards this week?
Oh, there's many of ways. At least I think so. I guess we can just go through our trades, right?
Yep.
So, first of all, as I mentioned, the 3 trades I did before round 2 were super exceptional. I had Roland Schmitz on my team who did 21 efficiency and got me 23.1 fantasy points. I also had Darius Thompson as my captain.
Tremendous
So he gathered me 41.4 points or something, which was also a decent...
He was your captain, right?
Yeah. And then the third guy was Brandon Davis. So also quite exceptional performance, 23.1 fantasy points. He played 21 minutes, 18 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. Knowing that all of these guys didn't had like a great round one, let's say. So it was like really nice value picks and they performed well. So in that case, I'm happy about my trades. And this time, I did 3 trades as well for 2 forwards and 1 guard. So first of all, Alexa Avramovic is going out of my team.
No, have some shame.
No, I mean, like, I love the guy. He's doing amazing. But he already increased his price by a lot. He didn't perform that amazing in round 2. He got 4 efficiency points, I think. And now I really want to have someone that I can trust more, let's say, because having Carsen Edwards and then I have Laranzakis as well.
Oh.
I mean, you have to have at least 2 guys that, you can trust that they will gather at least plus points.
Okay, so who did you get?
So in this case, I have this player from Real Madrid and it's Facundo Campazzo.
Okay.
Price did not change, actually, not increase much after round 2. I think he cost 1.3 something million, and he did an amazing job in round 2. 26.4 fantasy points, 26 minutes. He shooted 3-pointers with 50% performance, and his plus minus was 40, which was quite impressive. So, and I think they're playing against Žalgiris, so they will be winning, of course, probably. So he will get his time and, place to shine. So yeah, that's my first trade for round 3. What do you got?
I actually considered Facu, but I ended up not acquiring him. I left Kevin Punter in my team because I have to believe in some people.
I think that's a good player to keep. He's a keeper.
There are rumors that Terence Ross might come to Partizan, and I guess it's their first home game and against Barcelona, so he's going to be motivated. Personally, I changed 1 guard, 1 forward, and 1 center. I had Mike Tobey. That's my Carsen Edwards.
Not that bad, though. 0 is not minus 12.
Yeah, it's Mike Tobey averages like 10 PIR points more than Carsen Edwards. So I swapped him out and I acquired another player from Partizan. It's Alen Smailagic, also called Smiley. So he's my center. He's been solid. He's been playing regular minutes under Željko Obradović. And until Kaminsky plays as he was expected to, Smiley is going to have a big role. And nearby Smiley, I added a star forward who's been underperforming mightily in the first 2 rounds. It's Will Clyburn is coming to my team.
Good pick. I was thinking about him as well.
Like, he played 3 minutes in the second half against Real Madrid. 256. He played 3 minutes. He bounced back in the Turkish league and he's playing against Asvel Villeurbanne in the next round. It's arguably the worst coached team in the entire EuroLeague. So
it is.
If he doesn't bounce back against Asvel, I don't know which team he can bounce back against.
Well, I hope he won't bounce back because I don't have him in my team and you do. I mean, he looks tough. I mean, I don't know. I know that pricing-wise, economy-wise, for that's like a good pick to have because the breakthrough will happen of the season for Clyburn for sure. It's just you don't know when. You don't know when that's gonna happen. And talking about Smailagic, I don't think that's like such a good pick just because of this like financial economy perspective. Because sure, he did an amazing job in round 2, but he increased his price by a lot. So anytime that won't happen again, you will suffer. So hopefully that will happen.
So your basic strategy is
money.
Player plays bad, then you get him. Player plays good, I don't need him.
Yes. Yes, exactly. That's how you increase your, budget and then spend it on superstars, I
You see,
guess.
the concept of this show is to win, and I want to win.
Yeah, good luck with that. I don't think that's gonna happen often. So
It already did.
take your time with celebrating this one, and then we'll see. But yeah, I guess I can continue with my trade. So also, as I mentioned, I had 2 trades for 2 forwards, and I switched out Janan Musa actually. Why? Because he costs a lot. It's like 1.54 million. And I know that one day he will have this like breakthrough 20 something efficiency game with plus a win and all of that. But last round, he only got me 9.9 fantasy points. He plays some minutes. He does some good things on a court and he's consistent, let's say, but I don't think it's worth the money. And he was the most expensive player in my team. So I switched him out to a Lithuanian guy. Rokas Giedraitis is in my team now.
Okay.
And also from the same, you said it yourself. When the player performs like really bad, then their price drops. That's exactly what happened with Rokas. So yeah, I'm saving a couple of 100K in this case because he did like super bad in the game against Žalgiris.
Yeah, he kind of struggles against Lithuanian teams.
Yeah, in Žalgiris Arena especially. But he plays like more than 30 minutes. And I watched the game in ABA League, so he was back to his like, let's say, regular performance. He had 16 points. So I think he will be, bouncing back after this game against Žalgiris, and he will get me some points, like in round 1 with his amazing shooting. So yeah, I got this dude. And then for the other forward, I switched out Roland Schmitz. But I think that's a kind of a logical decision because
he played too well for you.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not going to happen again, I think, especially against Real Madrid. And away game. So I think that's like it was my first thought to trade him after round 2, and I got Alpha Diallo, and I got this dude also because he had a really bad game in round 2. Also because he's playing in day 2, and you have to have this sort of opportunity to trade. Yeah. To swap. His value decreased by 130K, so it's a catch. Of course, he had minus efficiency. Somehow I have this thing, like at least a couple of people on my team has like minus efficiency, so I hope that in round 3 he will not be doing that. But he played 20 minutes against Virtus, 6 points, 1 rebound. But he can do so much more, and he's so all-around player. He can steal, he can rebound, do assists. So I'm gonna take my chances with him, and especially for this price of like 700K. So yeah, what's your last trade?
My last guy to come to my team is a player who's old as the earth itself, who's been playing basketball for 20 years. He's a guy from Virtus Bologna. He's Marco Bellinelli.
Wow.
I don't have anything else to say about him. He costs 600 and something K. He plays 20 minutes under Luca Banchi, and that's all I need.
Yeah, I mean, what can I say? It's not something like super impressive where I'm like shocked that you took this.
When you get Will Clyburn, you have to compromise in other places.
I don't know. Do you like when I watch him? It's such a not exciting thing to see. I mean, I'm not convinced
but
I'm not convinced he's gonna bring you a lot of points.
But sure, it's fun to say Marco Bellinelli.
It's not fun to see
Bellinelli.
It's like, I don't know. It's not fun for me to see any of those like 36 plus players on the court, to be honest. I mean, kudos to them for still being able to perform. But I don't think he will be gaining you a lot of fantasy points in this round. Hopefully. I don't know. You can never expect like a specific outcome with these older dudes, let's say. So yeah.
So these were our picks for the upcoming round. Of course, we're going to have a double week in the EuroLeague, but we're also going to have only this show. because that's how it goes sometimes. So
I have a question.
the next show is going to be next week only.
Yeah, but are we doing trades after this?
Of course we are.
But we're just not going to share them with
We're going to present them the next show.
Oh, okay. So I have to remember what I'm doing, right?
It's the internet age. You can't save things.
Sure.
All right. So this was the third edition of Fantasy Picks for BasketNews Fantasy. And this is my win. Bye.
Goodbye.